I've quit day trading at least 4 times in the last 2 years. Now, I've walked away for months at a time. Each time I was absolutely certain I would never touch this day trading losing game again. I've sat in this very chair. I've wept miserably. I've asked myself, how can I have such a passion for something and just be no good at it? But yet here I am. Why? Because to me, these charts, they aren't just red and green candles. They represent the heartbeat of our nation's economy. I mean, they tell you the news before the news tells you the news. I love the markets way too much to stay away. Today, though, I'm standing at the edge of a cliff. I have an $855 balance in my Top Step account. I've got some deep drawdown in my Tradeify accounts. They only have about $883 of drawdown left in them. And right now, I'm fighting the same demon that every trader knows, the urge to YOLO my way back to safety versus the slow, grinding path of discipline. There's a voice in my head right now saying, just go heavy. One big trade, either win big, get your life back, or blow the account so you can finally stop the stress, just start over with a fresh buffer. Now, that's the most dangerous thought a trader can have. Today, I'm going to choose to fight it. And it's the reason I named the channel the way I did, because it's who I want to become. When I finally took the time to look deep inside and answer the question in my head, why am I no good at this? I had to stop looking at the charts and start looking in the mirror. I haven't been failing because the market's rigged or because my strategy doesn't work. I've been failing because I failed to follow my own rules. I allowed my emotions to rule where discipline, patience, and risk management should have lived. When we stop chasing strategies and start seeking a better version of ourselves, that's when victory is going to finally show up. Now, right now, the scaling rules in both prop firms allow me to trade two E-minis based on the size of the accounts. Now, two minis are risking or gaining $100 a point. Now, if the market moves just 9 points in my direction, I can double those accounts. However, if the market moves 9 points against me, and that move can happen in the blink of an eye, the account is gone. Then I would have to start over again in a combine or a challenge account phase. Again. Now, my inner voice, the one that blows up accounts, that's screaming, just one good trade with big size, you'll have your $2,000 buffer back. That's the gambler speaking. I'm finally aware of him now. Instead, I'm forcing myself to trade only 2 to 3 micros. It feels like I'm moving in slow motion. It's very frustrating. It's incredibly humbling. But if I don't respect the risk, then I don't respect the market. If I break my rules and it works, I've really still lost because I've taught my brain that gambling pays. Well, probabilities don't lie. A win today by breaking rules is just a down payment on a bigger loss tomorrow. But I'm also seeing now that discipline has a hidden price. It's the psychological trap I call hesitation. Because I'm so focused on not losing the remaining 855, I've been trading with scared money. I watched 3 perfect opportunities pass me by this week. The infamous Sunday night gap down open. It retested Wednesday with the earnings calls and earnings releases right after, just as the market was closing, and then right after it reopened. And then, of course, Thursday early morning, again, testing that Sunday night gap down open. Now, each time my analysis was spot on, it's worked for me before, but I was too paralyzed by the fear of failure to click the button. And when I did finally enter a trade this week, I ended up moving my stop to break even almost immediately. I choked on the trade. I rationalized, telling myself, well, I really didn't get the best entry on that. And one bad headline, it could wipe me out. Let's see if it retraces further. This is the psychological no man's land I'm finding myself in right now. I'm too scared to trade big. I'm too scared to trust the small. And it's a miserable place to be, but I have to find my way through this. I've realized that winning isn't always about the dollar amount. Sometimes winning is just the simple act of refusing to let the bad days win. Base hits, they're not glorious, but they do win ball games. As you can see, I'm not a 20 something simfluencer. I'm just a guy in his mid 60s. I've already paid the five-figure tuition to these markets basically because I didn't respect risk. And now, for the first time in my journey, I feel like I'm on the brink of consistent profitability. Now, April was my first truly profitable month. I didn't blow my account. I actually took my first payout ever in my Top Step account. This is not an impressive number to the world, to anyone for that matter, but it's a massive number to me. It's proof that the version of me that follows the plan actually exists, and that this base hit versus swinging for the fences mentality thing, it really can work. Now, my Tradeify stats, they don't look so pretty, but I have tightened my DLL on all those accounts, and I know that base hits will get me to where I want to be. Now, I'm not here to sell you a dream. I'm a man just trying to conquer himself. Now, April showed me that I can be consistently profitable if I manage the risk and follow the trade plan and take trades level to level, not hoping for that big move. It also taught me that when I'm wrong, as long as I get out with manageable risks, I can trade another day. Now, in the past, I'd let one trade just blow up my account because, hey, it only costs $100 to get back in. April demonstrated that I can move beyond that. Now, though, in the month of May, I need to prove I can stay doing it. In May, my goal isn't the next check, it's becoming the version of myself that can look at an A plus setup and execute it without fear or greed. So, if you've ever wanted to quit, or if you're just tired of the gurus who never show the struggle, you're in the right place. Now, that $855, it's still there. The rules are still in place. I'm humbled, but I'm still in the chair. I see a lot of traders on YouTube who are past this mark, making 1,000 per day, making it look so easy. Well, I'm not there yet. And that's exactly why I'm documenting all of this. Because it's one thing to have someone look back from the mountaintop and tell you about the view. It's a totally different experience to walk up that mountain together. So go ahead and hit subscribe if you want to join me on this journey. And let's see if discipline finally wins this war. Leave a comment and tell me what's the one rule you keep breaking. Let's keep each other honest. I'll see you again soon.